everyone, it's Tammy, and I am going to make a box for the tags that I'm going to give to my friend. So I just finished up these 12 tags, and you can see those in another video, but I thought I would show you guys how I'm going to make a box to go along with them. And I think I'm going to use black as my card base, and then I'm going to use this pretty plaid that I have in my stash as the card, like the box decoration. So you do need 2 pieces of cardstock, 8.5 by 11, and we're going to do a lid and then the box. And so I'm going to cut both sides so that so it's an 8.5 square. So 8.5, 9.5, 10.5, 11. I need to cut 2.5 inches off of one of the long side. So now I have an 8.5 inch square. And I'm going to score this at 1 3/4. Where's my score? My bone folder. I must have it somewhere. Oh well. 1 3/4 on all 4 sides. Gosh, I'm going to need to replace my blade. It's getting dull, I can tell from the way it's cutting. So this is going to be the box top, and then the box bottom I want to cut at 7 1/8 inch by 7 1/8 inch. And so to do that, I am going to go ahead and pull this arm out. And 7 1/8 is right there. And then 7 1/8 is right there. And I'm going to score this at 1 inch on each of the 4 sides. And then next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my snips and I'm going to just cut up to the score line in a little bit of a V. You can see how much I'm cutting off, not much at all. And I'm going to do that on the same side and then on the opposite side. And doing it in a V just helps it lay better. I call that mitering. I know I've heard that term before. I think that's the right term. And then I even like to miter this side just a hair too. So I'm just gonna, whoops, just up to the score line, I just cut a tiny bit off. And it'll just help ensure that it all lays smooth. And then for this, you're going to want some strong adhesive. So I'm going to use some tear and tape. And you're going to do that to both sides. So I did it to that side, and then I'm also going to do it to this side. So I'm just trimming off just a hair, and then on either side of the score line up to the other score line. Oops. All right, so once I have all of those cut, then I'm going to burnish the edges with my bone folder. And this is going to fold in to create your box. Oops, I forgot to burnish this one. And you put the little tabs on the inside, and then you can fold up this. And it makes a nice size box. This is about a little more than 1.5 inches. Well, it's 1 7/8 inches. No, it's not. It's 1 3/4 inch. So what I'm going to do is on each of these tabs, I'm going to put some of my tear and tape. You can do 2 or 3 pieces, whatever sounds good to you. I think I'm going to tear it first. This one might be too long. Nope. I'm going to do the same thing to both sides and to the top, both sides. This is actually the top, the bottom. And I am pulling up some of the, that's why I tore it off on the other one. And it doesn't really matter which way you do it, crossways or horizontally or vertically, it doesn't really matter because you're not going to see any of this. I'm going to go ahead and do it to this one too, that way I just have them done. And if you guys haven't ever worked with tear and tape, it is really easy to tear, but it is very sticky, so you do have to be aware of that when you're ready to use it. And it's a little bit hard to get the backing off of it, at least I think so. So I use a tool. I use my poker tool. And I also don't do it right at the edge because then that sometimes will start this peeling up. So I'll show you what I do. I take my poker tool and I make sure that these are on there really good. Sometimes will just use my fingernail, other times the bone folder, just to make sure that this tape is on there really good. And I'm putting quite a bit of pressure on there. I'm pushing it down there. And then I take my pokey tool and go about 1/4 inch in, and then take these off, because if you don't, if I just start peeling at the end, I could peel up the tape too, and then it'll make it not sticky and or bulky in that area, and you don't want that. So it's best just to go in about 1/4 inch and slide your pokey tool in, And the pokey tool seems to work really well for me. So hopefully it will work well for you too. And Stampin' Up! Sells the pokey tool. You can get the pokey tool. It's called something. Obviously. You can get it at the craft store. Paper piercer, that's what it's called. And then I'm just going to bring the tabs up and stick them to the inside, matching it up so that it's a corner. And this is what's going to create your box. And doing the mitering on the edges just makes it a really nice, square, even box. And then you're also going to want to make sure that you push these down really well. You can again use your bone folder and push on those tabs just to make sure that you have them on there stuck really well. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my lid. Sorry, I hope I didn't move that. I don't know if I stuck these down really well. Let me do that real quick. I don't remember doing this. And it looks like some of them are not stuck down as well as they could be. So look like some of these were too, but I'm just going to have to wait and do those when I put the pieces, when I connect them to the box. I make it into a box, I guess. And if you've gotten it hooked down pretty well, then the pokey tool really seems to work really well this time. I don't know what was different than other times, but it worked better than ever. I'm just going to bring this up, match the sides. So I'm not matching the top because then it would be crooked. So I'm matching the sides to make sure it's square on the sides. Because since I mitered it, see, it would go in, and I don't want it to go in so much as I'm just making sure that the sides line up. Then I can go in and there we go. Isn't that cute? Makes a cute little box. And I may have said it wrong. I may have said that this part was the lid and this was the box, but that's not. It's the one that's a little bit bigger is the lid, and it's not as tall. See? It's like a regular box, which just makes it absolutely adorable. And then I need to find some tissue paper to put in here so that then I can put all of my little tags in the box, and then I can decorate the outside of the box. So let me find some tissue paper really quickly, or I could just line it with this maybe and not use tissue paper, although I should have some tissue paper handy. Goodness, let me see if I can find it really quickly. Seems like I had some, but I don't know. Some ribbon. I know I had Here's some black and white tissue. That should work. I reuse tissue paper. So I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to cut this off. And I'm going to use this polka dotted paper, even though it doesn't match the plaid. It's still kind of cute. All these tags in here, can spread them out a little bit. And then I need this to be 4 3/4 square. And I'm just going to glue this to the top. Jasmine. My dog came to say hello. Hi, Jasmine. How's my boy? You're so cute. And then I think I will use some of this ribbon. Some black ribbon might be cute too, but I don't know. I don't have any of that handy. Some black ribbon kind of seems maybe like too much black since the box is black. I don't know. We'll just do with red. So what I like to do is take my box and turn it upside down and then even out the strands. Try to keep them from twisting. Again, keep them from twisting. And put one underneath one side and then one the other way. I'm making sure they're not twisting. This is funny because it's a box of tags. I need a tag on the box of tags, don't I? think I'll just turn it or tie it in just the beginnings of a knot. And then I'm going to take some of the leftover black paper. There was a little thin piece that would be cute as a little tag. And I'm going to take my tag cutter or my punch, put it in the middle. So I'm just lining it up in the back as to where the middle is. Punch that out. And I'm going to want a piece of white as well. So let's see. I think I'll do 3 inches. That might be too big. Let's do 2.5 inches. And 1 3/4 inches. By about 1. Actually, I think I'll do a little bigger than 1. I won't go 1 1/4, but I'll go 1 1/8. Yeah, I like that better. And I'm going to get out the same stamp set that I used, and let's see. I like the critters, of course, and I think I'm going to do this little guy that's all happy. At least that's the way I see him. All right, and then I need to color him, so I'm just going to pick a few colors here that I think I used the last time. And if not, that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a cute little tag. Kind of cute to give a preview for what's inside without them even knowing you're giving a preview for what's inside. I love to be able to make boxes, though. I think that's a good thing to be able to do. Just like easels, I think that's a good thing to be able to do too, because you use them. Okay, let's see here. Just color it in again. Do some blending here. All right. Then I'm going to take my red, give him a red scarf. And let's see, I think I'm going to do green even though it has like gold on here. I'm going to do green, I think, and just go around the edges of this. And let's see, I think maybe I will do some gold too. Why not, right? Kind of looks like lemon lime though. Maybe I should have done a little golder instead of this yellow. Wonder if it's too late to find a darker one. Yeah, that's probably better. And then I might just write Lisa on here. It's kind of a greenish yellow. It's kind of a not a pretty color. Oh well, it's all right. It's the thought that counts, and she will know that I love her anyway. I don't know, it's hard to say any color is ugly, so I can't really say it's not, it's just not my favorite color, I'll say that. But there, together it looks all right. Yeah, that looks cute. Put the lid back on that, bring this over, put this through here. And this is how I do my tags usually, just like this. I just put their name on it. There we go. Cute. And there's the package all ready for Lisa. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you like it. Totally handmade gift.